serve for the benefit of all with no attachment to the outcome. Hello everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I am Fernanda and let's get started on our flow in our yoga class today. So the theme of our class is going to be all about action, and there's this very important text in yoga. It's called the Bhagavad Gita. It came from India and it's such a beautiful and deep sacred text that I had the chance to learn with my main teacher Greta Hill on my last teacher training. And it touched me really deeply, like every single bit of it. We're definitely not gonna go like dive deep on it, mainly because I'm also like still studying it. But mainly the whole book, it's like a dialogue in between Arjuna and Krishna. And Krishna is like this, simply human, just having so many questions and so many doubts around like this huge dilemma that's going on in his life. And Krishna, it's the highest power that's literally there with him, guiding him through this whole journey. And in one of the parts of the book, they started discussing a little bit more about how can I practice yoga? There are like different forms to practice yoga. Like, how do I do that? If I'm not good in this, like, can I still practice yoga through this other path? And one of the paths that Krishna presents to Arjuna during this whole beautiful story, it's the karma yoga, which is the yoga of action. And that's where our theme is gonna come from today. Mainly, the teachings of Krishna is learn how to act, like yoga is skill in action. So learn how to act in pro of the others without completely detached from the outcome, completely detached from, is it going to work? Are people going to like it? Am I doing the right thing? Like, feel in your heart, make sure that you're not harming anyone and act it out. Because if you want to change anything, one of the paths, of yoga, it's through action, going for action. So with that in mind, we're going to start our practice as always chanting the mantra Om, just to open the space and to offer this practice for the benefit of ourselves, but for the benefit of all. And today we're gonna also use Pushpanjali mudra, which is the mudra of offering. It's the open lotus, and it's basically where you touch the outer sides of your hands together and just bring it in front of your heart. So take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And inhale for Om. Gently bring your palms together in front of your heart. Give it a gentle bow to yourself. And then blink your eyes open and release your hands. Let's meet on our mats. And today we're gonna get started in cat and cow. So find your tabletop position. Once you're in there, I'm gonna take my socks off. Once you're in there, just start moving your body in cat and cow as you find some flexion and extension of your spine. As always, making sure that your fingers are pointing forward, that your hands are spread wide towards the mat, and that you're pressing the balls of the whole, like all the fingers, but mainly the balls of your index finger on the ground. You can claw your mat. And just start find some link in between the breath and the movement. So inhale, you pump your chest forward, tailbone to the sky. Exhale, scopulas apart as you curl your chest. Curl your chin and your head. Inhale, open up. Find some space. Extend, get long through the heart and the belly. And exhale, you contract it all in. Inhale, open up. And let the air out as your tailbone draw towards the earth. 2 more times just like that. Start shooting your right leg back behind you. Flex your toes. Find your balance in here. Look in between your hands. Find a long line on your neck. Draw your navel to spine. And then send your bottom foot towards your right side as you bring your extended knee back behind your already bended knee. And here we're gonna find this modification, this variation of Gomukhasana. We can start find some like hip rolls in here. Go to one side and then to the other. You can even find some cat and cow in this position. You can really like come all the way back and then come forward. And start sending the breath all the way down to the hips. You can even move side to side. One more breath in this. And then move forward, extend your right leg behind and bring the knee bended to meet the other. Now extend your left knee behind and then bring your left toe, your right toe towards the left and then tuck the leg behind. Start finding the same movement on the other side. You can go like roll, you can go for rolls or you can just move back and forth. Or even find some cat and cows. Always option to start flipping the hands in here if that's getting a little intense on your wrists. Maybe point your toes towards your legs or towards the side of the mat. You can even flip the palms up, one at a time or both. Just to find some warm-up exercise for your wrists and your hands also. Start connecting with the breath. Notice all the feelings that are already present in you. Inhale, come forward, shoot your left leg behind you and let it meet the right knee as you bend. Come all the way back, sit on your heels for Balasana. You can find a narrow Balasana this time. Bring your legs together. If that's not where you're standing at today, that's completely fine. You can always roll a blanket and place it in between on the back of your leg. That's gonna help you to access this pose with a little bit more ease if that's what you're looking for today. And breathe in here. You can roll your forehead on the mat side to side, massaging your third eye center. And connect with your breath. Yoga is skill in action. The only way to really practice yoga is not only, but through action. When we are able to use our skills and really go out in the world and make the change that we want to see, we're really doing yoga. We're going to talk about the other paths of yoga in the following future classes. So if you're curious about that, stay tuned. But for today, let's focus on action. Acting, following your heart with complete detachment from the outcome. Gently start bringing your chest forward, and then place your hands a little bit forward, a little bit like far away from the line of the shoulders. And then make sure that your hips are right above your knees. My English is not working today, guys. It's complicated. And then gently start to lower your heart towards the earth. Forehead on the mat. Open your heart. Always option to place a block on your chest if that's too intense for you. And find an external rotation of your shoulders in here. Engage your scapulas together. Find some space in between your shoulders and your ears. And maybe here you ask yourself, you know, what's my purpose in here? What's the reason why I'm on the journey of life that I am at right now? What are the tiny little actions that I am supposed to be doing in order to live the life that I want? And in order to provide the life I want to see, you know, for the people around me. One breath in here. See if you can feel the back of your heart, the back of your lungs, the back of your body. And maybe exhale and sigh it out through the mouth. H-A. Gently release your head. Bring your head a little bit up and start crawling your hands back closer to you. And then tuck the toes behind you as you bring your hips up and back, finding downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Spread your fingers wide. Make sure you're clawing your mat with the tip of your toes, but also pressing the balls of the finger towards the mat. Imagine that you're squeezing with your upper arm a big giant beach ball. That's going to help you to find a nice engagement in there. Scapulas are together. Press navel to spine. Send your groins back. Imagine that you're sending your groins back to the wall behind you. Find a micro bend on your knees. And just breathe in here. One more breath. With your next inhale, you look forward, elevate your heels, bend your knees, and then hop or walk to the top of the mat as you find a halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. As you fold, find Uttanasana. Inhale, press your whole body up. Hands above the head and hands to the heart with your exhale. Roll your shoulders up, back, behind you, and then place your palms pointing forward. Take a breath in here, Tadasana, Samastiti. Activate Pada Bandha, four corners of the feet pressing equally on the mat. Have your hips down towards the earth. Find some more space in between your vertebrae. And find a drishti, a gaze, a focus in front of you. Soften your eyes, soften your breath. And maybe just ask yourself one more time, what are the tiny little actions that I am supposed to be doing in my life right now? With your next inhalation, bring your arms above your head. Exhale, micro bend the knees, send your hips forward, hinge, and then fold forward, Uttanasana. Release the head, the forehead, the jaw. As you inhale, pump your chest forward, find a long spine. Exhale as you fold, and then step your left foot back behind you, lower your knee. Scissor the legs, get strong through the pelvis and the whole leg, and then bring your arms up. Anjaneyasana. Exhale, place your hands on the mat, step back, finding downward facing dog. One round of breath in here. As you inhale, come forward, find Palakasana, spread your scapulas apart. Engage your lowest rib towards your hip bones. Strong through the legs. Look forward in between your hands. Do not let your head hang. And then lower the knees. Lower the chest. 90-degree angle on your arms. Chaturanga. Inhale, slide yourself forward. It's Bhujangasana Cobra. Exhale, lower your head. Tuck the toes. Come all the way up, finding downward facing dog. Relax your head. With your next inhale, your left leg comes up. It's Ekapada Adho Mukha Svanasana. Bring your knees to chest and step forward as you lower your right knee down. Inhale, gather energy, bring it up to the sky. Anjaneyasana. Breathe in here, feel the space and the strength on your front thigh. Find some space on your upper body. And then strong through your left feet as you come all the way forward. Step forward is Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, push the ground away, hands above the head. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, come all the way down one more time. It's Uttanasana as you fold. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Extend the heart. And then with your exhale, step your right foot back behind you, lower the knee. Inhale, arms come up, arms comes up above the head. Place your hand, step back, find downward facing dog. Breathe in here. Inhale, come forward, find plank pose. Pump the back of your heart towards the sky. Strong feet to the top of your crown. Lower the knee, exhale, find Chaturanga Dandasana as you inhale. And find Bhujangasana Cobra. Bend the knees. Engage the scapulas together. Exhale, lower down, tuck the toes, and find your downward facing dog. With your next inhalation, you bring your right leg up behind you. Spin that thigh internally, and then knee to chest. Step forward, lower your back knee down. Hands above the head, palms up, Anjaneyasana. Strong, heavy through the hips. Scissor the legs together. Gather energy in your center. as you heavy down and grow taller with the breath in. With your next exhale, place your hands strong through the right foot. Step forward, it's Uttanasana. Forward fold. Inhale, push the ground away, hands above the head, and bring it to the heart. Tadasana. As more as I really believe that's important to connect with an intention, you know, an intention, a reason why we're acting towards whatever we're doing, it is really important to let go from the outcome. It's really important to trust that if your actions are coming from the heart, that if your actions are coming from a place of truth and authenticity and with an intention of serving the whole, you must learn how to let go. Sometimes things are going to go out of course and you're not going to understand why maybe at the moment, but you wait and you'll see that usually things comes out better than when we plan, better than the way we planned. But you got to let go from the outcome to allow, you know, a higher force, whatever that means for you, to get in the game and play their role. So, yeah. One more breath in here. As you inhale, micro bend the knees and send your arms up long above the head. Urdhvastasana. Palms together, bring it to the heart and push Panjali Mudra. Sides of the hands together, offer it up. Roll your shoulders up and back. One breath in here. Connect with your intention. Connect with your plan of action. And when you exhale, you let go. Trusting on a higher power to coordinate the results of whatever you're planning. Palms together into the heart, send your hands up one more time. Exhale, micro bend the knees, strong through the whole leg and fold forward with a long spine. Relax the head, the forehead. Place the hand and hop or step back as you find your downward facing dog. As you inhale here, your right leg comes up behind you. Find an internal rotation of the leg and then bring it forward. Place the foot in between the hands. Adjust your back toes in a 45-degree angle. And we're gonna go for warrior one in here. So find a stance that serves you better. It's a very challenging pose. We need to have like a lot of balance and in here. So do not rush to bring your torso up, you know. Find a stance that serves you best. It can be really wide. There's no problem with it. It can be narrow. But just find a way to position, to be very strong through the outer side of your back foot and to internally rotate your back leg. Microbend, bend 90 degrees your front leg, and only when you have that nice foundation, you inhale and bring your torso up. Find warrior one. Breathe in here. Maybe sigh it out. And connect. As more as we have, you know, all the alignments that are going to definitely serve us in many beautiful ways, it's very important to listen to our bodies and to get to know our bodies and know that even though yoga is for everyone, maybe no, not every pose is for everyone, and that doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you, with your body. It just means that you gotta listen and respect your body, and that yoga do not have like only 1, 2, or 3 poses. That there are many, not only poses, but like variations and modifications that you can use in a way that's gonna respect your body and serve you better and bring you in your practice the best results possible. So keep that in mind. Inhale here. And then start shifting your weight forward. You can always bring your hands to the heart or find blocks in a tall position, because now we're going to move into warrior 3. So I'm gonna do hands to heart. You choose whatever serves you best. Start moving your weight forward, forward, forward. Find strength on the right leg. And then extend your back leg behind. Flex the toe, get very strong, and bring your left hip inwards. Deep breaths in here. Both legs are very strong. Offer your heart out. Offer the crown of your head towards the future, towards a higher force. Let go of whatever you think it should be, and just let it be. Bend your front leg, and then step back. As you extend your torso, find crescent lunge. And then extend your top leg, bring your hands into your hips, and then just bring your weight forward in a maybe modification of pyramid pose. You do not need to go like all the way down. Just find some relief on the front leg, on the front thigh. And then inhale, bend the front knee, find crescent lunge one more time. Now start bending your back leg as we're gonna start opening and shifting to the side of our mat. If that for any reason makes you face away from the screen, you can always like shift your weight on your mat. Shift your side on the mat in a way that you can see me. Hello. Now we have our feet spreading out apart. Place your hands on your thighs and find some weight on your hips. Move side to side. Make sure that your toes are pointing in the same direction as your knees. Now start bringing your feet internally. Let it parallel with the sides of your mat. Find a wider stance. We're going to go down for press or Uttanasana. So hands on the hips, hinge it back, maybe micro bend the knees, and start finding your way down with a long spine. Place your hands on the mat, almost at the same line as your feet, and let your head hang heavy. Now as you inhale, tuck the tip of your toes, find a halfway lift. And then come all the way up with the long spine. Hands to heart center. Shift your left foot to the back of the mat. Then bring your torso a little forward just so you can adjust your back foot into that warrior one position. Same thing, do not need to come up right away. Below, find yourself in the posture. If you need your blocks, just go and get it. I'm gonna use it. And gently bring your hands up. Finding your warrior two. Get strong through the inner thigh. Strong through your front leg. And try to square your hips as much as possible for you without losing the integrity of pressing on the outer feet, on your outer back foot. Bring your hands to heart center and start moving shifting your weight forward as you take your back foot out of the mat and extend your leg long, finding warrior three. Internally rotate the back leg. Get strong in there. Say hi to your plants if they're very close to you. Flex the toes and breathe in here. Now bend the front knee, step forward, step back as you press your whole body in crescent lunge. Now extend your front leg, hands on the hips, and just shift your way forward just a little bit for a modification of pyramid pose. Do not need to lower your torso all the way down. Micro bend your front leg always. Just find a little hinge on your hips right here. Now come forward, bend the front knee, find crescent lunge. And then same thing, start moving your back toes back behind you as you find goddess pose. One more time on the center. Shift side to side. Now it's the chance to find some shoulder stretch. So send your left shoulder forward as you look back behind you. Inhale, find center. Now send your right shoulder forward. Look behind over your left shoulder. Inhale, look forward. Bring your foot towards you. Bring your foot parallel to the sides of the mat. As you hinge from the hips and lower your torso down. It's Brahmasarita Padottanasana. Shake the head, no. Shake the head, yes. Let your spine decompress in this posture. You can be on your forearms, you can be on your hands, whatever feels best for you in here right now. Tuck the tip of your fingers. Inhale, find a halfway lift. And then move to the top of your mat as you step back. Lower your knees, lower your chest, and then lower the belly. Forehead on the mat. Bring your palms together in front of your head for full Danda Pranam. It's a full body offering. And just breathe in here. This is a beautiful way to offer our whole body, mind, and spirit towards the earth as we show the devotion and the belief that we know that there's something bigger looking after us. And that always when we act towards the things that we want, and it's coming from our hearts, we must trust that, yeah, there's something bigger looking for us and guiding our plans, guiding our story, looking after us. Now bring your hands all the way back, like parallel to the sides of your body. Palms are pressing back. And gently take your forehead out of the mat. Roll your shoulders up and back. And maybe be on your fingertips. Keep breathing in here. With your next inhale, maybe release your hands out of the mat. Press the scapulas really, really close together, very strong. And then maybe bring one leg up out of the floor. Internally rotate that, and then lower down. Now inhale, bring your left leg up, internally rotate, and then lower down. Lower the head, lower the hands. With your next inhale, we're going to move into Shalabhasana, locust pose. So inhale, bring your head, chest, hands, and feet out of the mat. Palms face each other to give you more power in here, more muscular energy through your whole body as you find an extension from the tip of your toes to the crown of your head. Inhale. And exhale. Release all the tension. One more big inhale here. And release, exhale. Forehead to the mat, whole body to the mat. Maybe turn your head to one side. Maybe let your palms face up towards the sky as you release your shoulders. We're going to do one more round of locust. So get ready for it. Find your head back to center. Flip your palms, let it touch the mat. With your next inhale, you come all the way up. Forehead, chest, shoulders, hands and feet. Deep breath in here. Let your palms face each other. Strong through the toes. One more inhale. And exhale. Last one. And then release. Let your other cheek touch the mat. Palms face up. Release the shoulders down. With your next inhale, find your head back to center and place the palms of your hands closer to your heart. We're gonna come all the way up for a cobra. It can either be a baby cobra or a full cobra, however you're feeling like today. Make your plan and act towards it. Inhale, find your way to Bhujangasana Cobra pose. Breathe in here. Let the scapulas together back on your back. Pump your heart forward. Find a long line in your collarbones. Squeeze the butts together, heavy the hips, very strong through the legs. And lower down. One more time all the way up for Cobra. And then lower. 2 more times. Inhale, come up. Let your breath lead your way through the flow. Inhale, come up, grow long up, tall and strong for your actions. And then as you lower down, you offer and you release. Now bring your hands a little bit forward. Place your forearm on the mat. Spread your hands in front of you and find your Sphinx pose. Tuck the toes back behind you. We're gonna crawl our legs closer to our elbows for dolphin pose. Dolphin. I don't know how to say this word. Yeah, it's the sea animal. Dolphin. Okay, let's get started. Get strong through the low belly. Keep your knees on the ground. Now tuck the toes. Bring your hips up. Claw the mat with your hands, very strong through the elbows. And then start bringing your feet closer to your elbow. Breathe in here. Micro bend the knee as much as you need to find a long line on your back. Please, no curve on the low back here. And breathe in here. That's a very challenging pose for me. If it is for you, stay with me. Just one more breath. And then start crawling your way back. Lower the knees and bring your hands closer to you as you find your Balasana Child's Pose. Forehead on the mat. Let's actually bring our knees together. You can bring your torso up, knees together. And now we're gonna send our arms back behind us for the true form of Balasana. So relax your forearm, your hand, your torso. Let it rest. How can you detach from the results of your actions? I'm going to tell you guys a brief story in here, and it's about me, myself, and I. And you know, it's been two years since I've been wanting to teach yoga, and I wasn't feeling ready. I wasn't feeling that I was prepared enough. You know, English is not my first language, but on the other hand, if you know I was supposed to teach in Portuguese, I have a hard time with that too, because all my courses were, you know, in English, so I didn't have much repertory of yoga in Portuguese. And so I just kept like building obstacles and just like not thinking that I would be enough, just thinking that people wouldn't like my classes, that people wouldn't understand what I was saying, or that people would think that I was messed up and not good enough. And that stopped me from start teaching 2 years ago, because I was too attached to the outcome. I knew that teach yoga, it was in my heart, it was in my bones, and it is what I wanted to do more than anything. But I couldn't really go to action because I was too worried about the outcome. So yeah, I'm sure, you know, many of you can relate, maybe not with teaching yoga, but with other things in life that maybe you really want to do, that you know that you have to do, that's like part of your DNA to do that thing right now, and maybe you don't do it because you're too scared of what people are going to think, or if you're going to, you know, I don't like this word, but succeed. Now I'm using those like little two things, you know, aspas in Portuguese, I don't know in English, but because I don't know, I think success is also, you know, very different from a person to the other. But anyway, the question is, how can you detach from the outcome of your actions? Now gently bring your torso up as you find a seat on your heels. Place your hands on your sides and shift and sweep your legs to the side as you sit with your legs long in front of you. We're going to find Dandasana staff pose. Always option to elevate the hips. If you've been watching any of my videos, you know that that's me. I'm going to always have a blanket in here. Maybe not always, but for now it feels great. And just sit still. Bring a little bit of attention to your toes and see if you can bring some muscular energy through the whole extension of your legs. Not even one single part of your leg is kind of asleep. So, you know, your calf is very strong and engaged, the front, the knees, the muscles around the knees, your hamstrings, your top thigh, thigh. Find a little bit of a cow, you know, cow spine back there. I don't know if you can see, but you know, make sure there's no curve on your lumbar spine. And breathe in here. Now we're gonna do Janu Shirshasana. So start bringing your right leg towards the inside of your left thigh, and then lower the knee. For this posture, I actually like to change the position of my blanket a little bit. I like to sit on, you know, like as if it was a triangle in here. I feel like it gives me more room to still find the elevation that I need, but also be able to position myself better in the posture. And so as you take a deep breath in, you extend long. Find space in the spine, root down through the hips. Micro bend the knee as much as you need in order to do not curve your low back on the folding. Inhale here. Exhale, gain a couple inches, and then you fold. Find your version of Janu Shirshasana. That's another posture that makes me feel very confident. You know, even though I'm not looking forward, I'm like really connected inwards, really connected with my heart in a way that's so deep that I know that no matter what the outcome is, I'm doing what I need to do. I'm doing what needed to be done. So see if maybe you can connect with the same feeling right now. Or maybe with any other feeling that, you know, sounds or feels inspiring to you. With your next inhale, root down even stronger through the hips. Bring your fingertips to the sides of your leg and then crawl your way forward. Extend the right leg, bring the left leg now in. Find your Janu Shirshasana on the other side. Inhale, extend. I forgot to do something here on the other side. I should have done before, but you know, it's never late. Grab your hands, spin your thighs internally, both. Yes, good. And then inhale, find space, and forward fold over the extended leg. The foot of the leg that's bented, it's still very activated. It's not like a dead foot. So make sure you're activating it, flexing it. Maybe breathe on the back of the body, the back of your heart. Try to access that space that's not very often used. Next, inhale, root down through the hip bones, through the sitting bones. Bring your fingertips on the floor and curl your way up. Release the other leg in front of you. Get out of your blanket. If you're sitting on one, find your way into the center of your mat and lay down. Keep your knees bended. You can go very slow, like literally unfolding vertebra by vertebra of your spine. Very strong in here. And then the head is the last one to come. We're gonna find Setubandha, bridge pose. So bend the knees. Make sure that your toes are pointing straight forward on the mat. If you can, like, if you're not sure, take a time, take a little moment, look at it, make sure about that. Try to position your heels in alignment with your sitting bones. Bend the knees. And in here, I'm going to offer an option to do more of a restorative, form of bridge, where you position the block on your sacrum. So yeah, the sacrum is the bone on our backs that's literally like kind of like a triangle. So if you're not sure, like bring your hips just up enough so you can fit your hands in there and see if you can find it. It kind of links in your tailbone, kind of, and then comes like as a triangle a little bit up. So yeah, find your sacrum and either place a block in any level that you feel like you want to do it today. If you don't feel like doing a restorative pose right now, totally fine. Just go straight for bridge pose. We're going to stay up here for 4 breaths. Let your shoulders relax, like press your scapulas together as if you wanted to pump your heart forward. See if you can, if you're if your chin is really tucked in here in your chest, see if you can bring it a little bit far apart, far away. Just breathe in here. One more. Next inhale, we're going to release. So if you have your block, with the inhale, you bring your hips up. Internally rotate the legs, squeeze the butts together, remove the block, and then sit down. Widen your feet, bring the knees together, find constructive rest. Maybe bring one hand into the belly and another on the heart. Relax your shoulders. And then let your knees fall to your right side. It's a little windshield wiper, but we're going to stay here for a minute. Just breathe into this twist. It's very funny because the first time I came in touch with the concept of karma yoga, I was kind of like, what do you mean? Like, do you really think I would ever do something because I wanted something else in return? Like, never. But you know, we kind of do. We do. I do it sometimes, you know, it's like, I don't know. Take a big inhale, bring your knees to the center. I'll finish talking on the other side. So exhale, release to the left. Yeah, I don't know, sometimes, you know, because you think that you drive pretty good, you expect that other people are also going to drive pretty good like you. I don't know. You always give this sign before you turn right or left. And so if somebody doesn't, you feel like pretty offended about it. You're like, oh my gosh, you don't know how to drive? You know, I do that. Or, I don't know, maybe, you know, you do like a big favor for a friend, and even though you did it from your heart, you kind of somehow expect the same, you know, back when you need it at some point. I've done that. And it's totally fine. You know, like, we're humans. Let's move to the other side. So inhale, knee up to the center. And to the side. And now just find a link, a connection in here with the breath. So exhale, you fall. Inhale, you come to center. And move like that just a couple more times. It's very important to acknowledge all those little feelings, you know, because they're gonna pop up. It's normal. It's not saying that you need to be perfect and never act expecting something in exchange, because sometimes you're gonna do it, even if it's unconsciously. But that's the reason why we do yoga. You know, yoga helps to bring us into the consciousness of the reason why we're doing things. You know, are we really doing this because we're offering it with an open heart, with a free mind that, you know, whatever happens, like, no, it doesn't matter. I'm doing what I know that I have to do. Or, you know, I'm doing that because I don't know, I'm thinking that maybe one day I'll need something like that in exchange. You know, I'll need somebody to do the same to me at some point. So, yeah, just bring attention to it. You know, don't judge. Be very kind to yourself. Next time your legs are in the center, give yourself a big hug. Maybe find a roll side to side. That feels good. And the next time you inhale, just roll a little more, like try to find like kind of circles, you know, with your butt, with your low back. And then take a big inhale here. And exhale, you can just release your legs and release your arms. As always, make yourself comfortable. Enjoy that you're probably at home, and cover yourself with a blanket, preferentially, I don't know how to say this word. Just cover your eyes with something. Let your palms face up. Let your feet fall to the side. As you start to slow the waves of your breath and rest in final relaxation. I'll leave you here a couple moments in Shavasana, but I will be back so we can close the class, close the practice together. So just rest. I'm just going to read a quote of the Bhagavad Gita. It's the chapter 12, the verses 8 to 12, where Krishna says to Arjuna, "Still your mind in me, still your intellect in me, and without doubt you will be united with me forever. If you cannot still your mind in me, learn to do so through the regular practice of meditation. If you lack the will for such self-discipline, engage yourself in my work, for selfless service can lead you at last to complete fulfillment. If you are unable to do even this, surrender yourself to me, disciplining yourself and renouncing the results for all your actions. Better indeed is the knowledge than mechanical practice. Better than knowledge is meditation. But better still, it's surrender of attachment to results, because there follows immediate peace. If you feel like you need more time for integration of this practice, please stay in Shavasana. Otherwise, if you're ready to close with me, start bringing your awareness back into the body, into the breath. Take a breath in through the nose, exhale through the nose or sigh it out through the mouth. Wiggle your toes, your fingers, feel your whole body waking up. Give it a little tone on your low belly as you bring your knees into your chest. And just roll to either side in a fetal position for a moment. But better still is the surrender of attachment to results, because there follows immediate peace. With the help of your hands, start bringing your whole body up into a comfortable seat. And either keep your eyes closed or find a soft and steady gaze in front of your mat. Bring your hands one more time in Pushpanjali Mudra, outer sides of the hands together and in front of the heart. Open the palms. And take a deep breath in for our final closing Om as we offer this practice into the collective for the benefit of all. Breathe in for Om. Bring your palms together in front of your heart in Anjali Mudra. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for your presence, for your time. And as always, thank yourself for taking the time to connect with your true essence through yoga. Namaste. Thanks, everyone. Jesus, I love doing that. Oh my gosh, I feel so good. I hope you feel good too. And that's it. I'll see you with each other in the next class. I'm excited. And yeah, let's keep connecting. See ya.